In a quaint little town where time seemed to move at its own leisurely pace, there lived a young photographer named Sarah. Sarah had a unique talent for capturing the essence of the present moment in her pictures, but she never expected that one fateful day, the future itself would be delivered to her doorstep. It was a warm and sunny afternoon when a mysterious envelope arrived in the mail. As Sarah carefully unfolded it, she discovered a photograph that left her utterly perplexed. The picture depicted a bustling cityscape, but it was unlike anything she had ever seen. Towering skyscrapers with sleek, glass facades stretched towards the sky, while futuristic vehicles zipped through the air, leaving neon trails in their wake. The city appeared to be a vision of the future, a place that shouldn't exist in her time. Sarah examined the photo closely, and the shock that washed over her was palpable. She recognized the landmarks in the picture, despite their futuristic transformation. It was her own hometown, transformed into a dazzling metropolis of the future. Her heart raced as she tried to comprehend what she was looking at. The envelope held no explanation, only a date scrawled on the back, October 25, 2023. That was today's date. She was holding a photograph from the future, a vision of what her town would become. Her mind swirled with questions and possibilities, and she couldn't resist the temptation to explore this mysterious glimpse into the future. Little did she know that this surreal photograph would lead her on an extraordinary journey, blurring the lines between the past, present, and future, and changing the course of her life forever. Mystery of the photograph. The arrival of the photograph sent ripples of curiosity and intrigue throughout the town. It became the talk of the town, and soon, people from all walks of life came to see the enigmatic image. Some dismissed it as a clever trick, a masterful piece of art or photo manipulation, while others were convinced that it was a glimpse of an actual future yet to come. Sarah, the photographer, was at the epicenter of the mystery. She couldn't shake the feeling that this photograph held a profound secret, a message from the future, and she was determined to decipher it. With the help of her closest friends and a few amateur sleuths from the town, she embarked on a quest to uncover the truth. They started by researching every detail in the photograph, comparing it to architectural plans, and cross-referencing it with historical records. Yet, every piece of evidence led to a dead end. The future portrayed in the photograph seemed impossible, defying the laws of physics and the constraints of the town's resources. As their investigation continued, they stumbled upon a cryptic clue hidden in plain sight. In the reflection of one of the futuristic buildings, a tiny insignia could be seen, a symbol that no one in town recognized. It was an emblem that seemed to be unique to the photograph itself. This symbol became the focal point of their investigation, a clue that could potentially unlock the secrets of the photograph from the future. The town's residents were divided. Some believed it was a hoax, while others thought it was a glimpse into a possible future, perhaps even a warning. As the mystery deepened, it wasn't just the photograph itself that captivated their imaginations, it was the unshakable feeling that their town held a connection to something far greater than they could ever have imagined. Intrigue continued to grow, fueled by the quest for answers, and Sarah's determination to uncover the truth behind this extraordinary event. As the days passed, the mystery of the photograph began to intertwine with the town's own history and future, creating an atmosphere of suspense and anticipation that seemed to touch every corner of their lives. Section 1. The Enigmatic Photograph. Cityscape of the Future. At the forefront of the photograph was a cityscape, dominated by towering skyscrapers that appeared to touch the sky. The architecture was a futuristic marvel, with sleek, glassy facades that seemed to reflect the entire world around them. These buildings were unlike anything Sarah had ever seen in her quaint town. They reached such dizzying heights that they almost seemed to defy gravity. Hovering vehicles. The streets below were devoid of traditional cars. Instead, futuristic vehicles floated through the air. They had no visible wheels and left vibrant, neon trails in their wake, painting the sky with streaks of light. Some of these vehicles were sleek and aerodynamic, while others took on more unusual and imaginative shapes. Advanced technology. In the photograph, there were holographic billboards and displays that lined the sides of the buildings, projecting vibrant advertisements and news updates into the air. People strolled along the streets, wearing attire that blended modern fashion with what could only be described as clothing from a sci-fi film. Greenery and nature. Amid the futuristic city, there were lush, hanging gardens cascading down the sides of the skyscrapers. These floating gardens were filled with vibrant, otherworldly plant life that seemed to thrive in the heart of the city. Unfamiliar monuments. The town's familiar landmarks were reimagined and transformed. The town square featured a colossal, abstract sculpture that appeared to be a tribute to the fusion of art and technology. Nearby, a mesmerizing, multicolored fountain danced with water that defied gravity, forming intricate patterns in midair. A different skyline. The skyline of the town was unrecognizable. It wasn't just taller, it had been completely redesigned with architectural innovation. These futuristic buildings created a breathtaking harmony of sleek lines and daring designs. Illuminated streets. The streets were bathed in an ethereal, soft glow, casting long shadows and illuminating the futuristic vehicles that traversed them. The scene was almost dreamlike, as if bathed in the radiant light of an otherworldly sun. Section 2. The unbelievable claims. As the town delved deeper into the mystery of the photograph from the future, an individual emerged who claimed to be a time traveler and the sender of the enigmatic picture. This person went by the name of Dr. Samuel Locke, a brilliant scientist with a reputation that was as enigmatic as the photograph itself. Dr. Locke was no stranger to the scientific community, having earned multiple doctorates in various fields of study, including quantum physics, astrophysics, and theoretical mathematics. His credentials were impressive, but it was his supposed achievements in the realm of time travel that truly set him apart. According to the information available, Dr. Locke had been conducting groundbreaking research on the concept of temporal manipulation for many years. He had claimed to have developed a prototype of a time-traveling device that allowed him to traverse through the fabric of time itself. Despite the skepticism that initially greeted his assertions, he managed to produce compelling evidence. He disclosed details about historical events that were not widely known at the time, events that were later verified to be true. However, the photograph of the future town was the most astonishing piece of evidence he presented. Dr. Locke's story was as intriguing as his scientific endeavors. He explained that his time-traveling device had inadvertently malfunctioned during a journey into the future, and the photograph was a result of this unexpected error. He also mentioned that he could not control where or when he would arrive, making his method of communication with the past unpredictable. His mission, as he claimed, was to explore the past and the future, gathering knowledge and understanding that would benefit humanity. With each revelation and piece of evidence, the mystery surrounding the photograph deepened, and the town's residents were torn between skepticism and a growing belief in Dr. Locke's extraordinary claims. The arrival of this time traveler had set the stage for an even more profound and mind-bending exploration of the boundaries of reality and time itself. Section 3. Analyzing the photograph. The photograph from the future was a captivating visual enigma, but its authenticity was a matter of intense scrutiny. Many efforts were made to verify the image's legitimacy, and several anomalies and discrepancies were discovered during this process. Geographic details. One of the first anomalies was the dramatic transformation of the town's geography. It seemed impossible for such vast skyscrapers to exist in the same locations as the town's familiar buildings. Researchers compared the photograph to detailed maps and found stark inconsistencies in the layout of streets and landmarks. Innovative architecture. The futuristic buildings in the photograph displayed architectural feats that defied the laws of physics and engineering as they were understood in the present. The designs featured gravity-defying structures, seemingly unsupported by traditional foundations, raising doubts about their feasibility. Technology. The futuristic technology depicted in the image was far beyond the town's current capabilities. Holographic billboards, floating gardens, and hovering vehicles seemed like they belonged in the realm of science fiction rather than reality. Experts in various fields expressed skepticism about the sudden leap in technological advancement. Human behavior. The people depicted in the photograph were dressed in clothing and accessories that were beyond what was currently fashionable in the town. Their behavior, too, seemed unusual, as they strolled through the air or interacted with futuristic devices in ways that challenged the laws of physics. Symbolic insignia. The mysterious insignia discovered in the photograph had no historical record in the town. Efforts to decode its meaning or origin proved fruitless, further deepening the mystery. To verify the authenticity of the image, a multi-pronged approach was adopted. Scientific analysis. Experts in photography, including forensics and image analysis, examined the photograph. They looked for any signs of manipulation or editing but found no concrete evidence of tampering. Historical research. Researchers delved into historical records to uncover any indication of a significant shift in the town's development plans or technological advancement. No such records were found. Interviewing Dr. Samuel Locke. The self-proclaimed time traveler, Dr. Locke, was interviewed extensively. He provided intricate details of his journey and the time-traveling device. Although some of his historical claims could not be refuted, the technology behind his time-traveling device remained a subject of scrutiny. Citizen testimonies. Townsfolk who had seen the photograph were interviewed, and many reported a strange feeling of déjà vu, as though they had witnessed elements of the depicted future in their dreams or subconscious thoughts. Despite the anomalies and the skepticism surrounding the photograph, the town remained captivated by the mystery. The authenticity of the image continued to be a subject of debate, with some believing it was an elaborate hoax and others holding out hope that it might indeed be a glimpse into a future yet to come. Section 4. Scientific and technological considerations. Time travel is a fascinating concept that has captured the human imagination for centuries. While it remains largely theoretical and unproven, several advanced theories and technologies have been proposed in the realm of theoretical physics that suggest the possibility of time travel. Here are a few of these theories and concepts. Wormholes. One of the most popular theories involves the existence of wormholes. These are hypothetical tunnels or shortcuts through spacetime that could connect distant points in the universe. If stable wormholes exist, it might be possible to traverse them and reach different points in time. However, the practicality of this concept remains highly speculative, as it requires the existence of exotic matter and the ability to manipulate these wormholes. Relativity. Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity allows for the bending of spacetime around massive objects. This can lead to time dilation, where time passes at different rates depending on your position in the gravitational field. This means that individuals in different gravitational fields could experience time differently. While not traditional time travel, it does offer a way to experience time at varying rates. Quantum mechanics. In the realm of quantum mechanics, certain phenomena like quantum entanglement and the existence of parallel universes have sparked discussions about the potential for time travel. Some theories suggest that manipulating quantum states or accessing parallel universes could allow for time travel-like experiences. Quantum tunneling. Quantum tunneling is a phenomenon where particles can pass through energy barriers that classical physics would suggest are insurmountable. While it's not a form of time travel in the conventional sense, some theorists have explored whether quantum tunneling could be harnessed to send information or even particles back in time. Section 5. The grandfather paradox. The grandfather paradox raises several significant questions and dilemmas in the context of time travel. Causality. It challenges the principle of causality, which is the idea that an event in the past can influence or determine events in the future. If you can change the past, it disrupts the cause and effect relationships that underlie our understanding of the world. Consistency. The paradox questions the idea of a consistent and self-contained timeline. If you can alter the past and create paradoxes, it becomes difficult to establish a single, unbroken chain of events. Existence. The paradox implies that the time traveler's very existence is dependent on a series of events that they are attempting to change, creating a logical contradiction. Multiple timelines. To resolve the grandfather paradox, some theories suggest the creation of multiple timelines or parallel universes. In this interpretation, changes made in the past create a new timeline, while the original timeline remains intact, avoiding direct contradictions. This idea is often used in science fiction to address the paradox. Closed time-like curves. Another theoretical approach involves the concept of closed time-like curves, CTCs, within the framework of general relativity. While the possibility of CTCs allows for time travel, it can also introduce questions about causality and paradoxes. The grandfather paradox serves as a fundamental cautionary tale in discussions of time travel, emphasizing the potential for logical inconsistencies and challenging our understanding of the flow of time. It's often used to explore the limitations and implications of time travel in science fiction and in theoretical physics, and it highlights the need for a deeper understanding of the nature of time and the laws that govern it. Time travel is a complex and highly speculative concept that continues to be a subject of exploration and debate in both scientific and philosophical circles. While there are intriguing theories and hypotheses related to time travel, it has not been conclusively proven or achieved. As for the case presented in the story, it also remains a mystery with various possible explanations, including advanced technology and elaborate hoaxes. Without concrete evidence, the authenticity of such claims is often difficult to determine definitively. It's a captivating enigma that raises questions about the nature of reality and the boundaries of human understanding, leaving room for curiosity and imagination to thrive. If you've enjoyed our discussion on intriguing mysteries and scientific topics, consider staying connected and exploring more in the future. Feel free to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for further engaging conversations and insights.